Hello, fellow YouTubers! This is Moses here to give you my DVD review for the movie Batman Returns. So the movie follows Batman fighting off against three villains, which are the Penguin and an evil businessman named Max Shreck, who are trying to take over Gotham City by having Penguin or Oswald Cobblepot run for mayor, where another one, Selina Kyle, has been killed by her boss and tries to get revenge against him by taking on a new persona known as Catwoman. And all on Christmas, which is where the story takes place in. Anyways, this one, Batman Returns, is much more visually driven than it is story-wise, because Tim Burton has more control of his films at the time now, and it's bound to get dark in story tone and humor, so don't be surprised if there's a lot of jokes that are inappropriate and tasteless. Now, my main complaint about Batman Returns is that Michael Keaton was great as Batman, greater than in the first film, in fact, and he's basically been overshadowed by his two main villains, Penguin and Catwoman. And I'm just going to start with one of them in a moment. And Danny DeVito was great as Penguin. He was creepy as hell, yet he fit the part exactly. And after watching Batman Returns, I could never look at those birds the same way as I did again. And his backstory is that he was abandoned as an infant by her parents and was raised by a bunch of penguins at this abandoned amusement park and has recruited the Red Triangle Circus Gang, which his henchmen consists of clowns, a poodle lady, an organ grinder with a monkey and a turret gun or something, and a muscle guy, and this Red Devil that gets killed by Batman right away. So, he was a pretty cool villain, even though he does monologue too much and made himself too melodramatic sometimes. But anyway, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, she was great in the part, but I never found her to be attractive at any point as Catwoman, just because, well, dominatrix just doesn't turn me on. And I know this sounds very screwed up coming from me, but it's basically the truth. And being that she was part feline when she was brought back to life by cats, and that part I still didn't get. Like, are these cats gypsy cats, or are they Egyptian left by a carrier truck? That part I can never get. Anyway, she just gets destroyed throughout the movie by the main characters, and how she fights is just crazy awesome.
Nice and easy. Yeah.
I just love a big, strong man who's not afraid to show it with someone half his size. Be gentle, it's my first time.
Now, Christopher Walken plays Max Shreck, the evil businessman, and even with typical bad guy roles like these, he knows how to chew up the scenery whenever he's in it, either with a monologue or an unpredicted dance cue.
Pop, pop, pop.
Tim Burton once again has done an outstanding job with the second Batman movie, even though it doesn't really follow the last movie, where it just has a few references to Vicky Vale breaking up with Bruce. But the thing is that Tim Burton isn't an action man or a sequel guy. He's just an artist in a way that he's a great production designer to go along with being a good director. And it had some really great highlight points in the movie, like the Penguin March, where Oswald had a bunch of penguins with rockets attached to them so that he would blow up all of Gotham. And when Selina Kyle just lost her shit and just wrecked her whole apartment and made her Catwoman suit. And I wouldn't say that Batman Returns is one of the most controversial movies out there then. I would say it's the most controversial superhero movie with some of the stuff they showed, like when Penguin bites off someone's nose, or when Catwoman gives herself a bath in front of everyone, just licking herself. But it shouldn't be that bad that they had to pull out McDonald's toys out of their restaurants. I mean, I would have really liked to seen what they would have looked like. And as for the fight scenes, they were cooler than the first one because you have Batman fighting against circus performers, and you know how crazy that can get. And the score by Danny Elfman is great, and it sounds a bit more eerie than the last movie. So overall, Batman Returns is a phenomenal sequel and should definitely be checked out. I do have a few problems with it, but not enough that it would put you off. Out of 5, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. Check it out any way you can, download it, buy it, or rent it. Just go see it before you die. So, on to the special features. This is the 2-disc special edition like my last copy, so let's check it out. And we have commentary by director, The Bat, the Cat, and the Penguin, Shadows of the Bat Part 4, Beyond Bat documentary, face-to-face music video by The Banshees, the heroes and the villains profile, and that's it. So that's all for my review. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with Batman Forever. Until then, this is Utah Moses, signing